Hi everybody, very good evening and a warm welcome to Vedantu JEE English channel. This is me, your master teacher Navomita Bhattacharya. Now please quickly let me know if I am audible and visible because a lot of things in the past has happened to me. So I don't want to be talking without actually being live. Yes guys, can you please let me know if I am audible and visible? Yes, hi Ritesh, hi Aswin. Yes, I am live. So what's up? How was your JEE Advanced session? How was it everybody? How was your JEE Advanced? Please tell me. Also quickly go bring your friends because we are not going to waste too much time. I'm going to just quickly give you the answer key. Speed solutions mostly. I know that since you are done with your exam, obviously you are not going to stay here for, Roomba time or very high duration of time. I understand exam is over, you want to enjoy, right? So let's do a speed solution. Let's do just the answer keys. And I will also send you the PDF. Yes, I'll also send you the PDF. And in detailed solution, we will do it when we are doing our JEE 2024 preparation. When we are doing JEE 2024 preparation, at that time we will do all the detailed solution. Right now, I'm not going to do it. Arul, well, so good to know, Bacha. I'm so happy to see you right here, right now. It's a great thing that you are an aspirant of JEE 2024 and you are already here. Yes, dropper wale class mein physics. I have no idea what you're saying, Olympiad portal, because I'm not able to see your chat completely. So anyway, let's begin. I think chemistry paper was not that tough. Is that right? Or did you find it too tough? I was solving it and I did not find it too tough. Anyway, coming to this question. Okay, so this was a very easy question. And do you remember that very recently we did this question? Do you remember this? Silver. What does silver give? Do you remember that MacArthur Forest cyanide? Recently, when we were doing the mock test. So you see, this has come. Very related to this question, it has come. Anyway, so let's start it, guys. Let's start it. Yes. Okay, here we go. The first question. The correct statement or statements are related to the process involved in the extraction of metal is R. Roasting of malachite. Malachite is what? Malachite produces cuprite? No. It won't, okay? So this is the only one that is wrong. Otherwise, if you see, calcination of calamine produces zincite. Yes, it does. You do get ZNO. So this is right, okay? Copper pyrites, this is directly from NCERT, my dear student. Completely, directly from NCERT. Although, for a very long duration, JEE Advanced was actually not giving you any question from NCERT, but fantastically this time they have, right? So this is exactly a line that is there in the book in the NCERT. Anyway, copper pyrite is heated with silica in a reverberatory furnace to remove iron. Absolutely right. Impure silver is treated with aqueous caesium in the presence of oxygen followed by reduction with zinc metal. Absolutely right. So correct answer is B, C and D. Okay. All right, done everybody. Good evening, bacha. Good evening. Chalo, next question. What is next question? Now, both, so in the following reactions, P, Q, R and S are the major products. The correct statements about P, Q, R and S are. Now, in this case, what happens is this is what? Grignard reagent. Twice you are adding Grignard reagent, isn't it? Here, do you see the first one? Twice you are adding Grignard reagent and whatever product it will give you, it is true that P will not have asymmetric carbon, okay? P will not have asymmetric carbon. Right here, this one will not have an asymmetric carbon, all right? Yes, now coming to Q, Q is, forget about Q. This one, R will be what? It will be a, R will be what? R will be a 3-degree alcohol. R will be a 3-degree alcohol. So the correct answer is option C. Option C is both P and R have asymmetric carbons. Option C is the correct answer. No, brother Vinpol, it will not be P and Q. The answer is P and R. P and R will have asymmetric carbons. Understood everybody? Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes? Shall we move on? moving on. Next question now. Okay. Consider the following reaction scheme and choose the correct options for the major products Q, R and S. So once you solve all of it from styrene, right, from styrene, what is the answer that you will get? The correct answer is actually Q right here will be CrO3, H2SO4, Cl2 with red phosphorus and H2O. This will be Q, okay. Then once you come here from Q, then comes here R. R will be this and S will be this. So that means option C once again is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Did I do it wrong? Oh no, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, it's not option C. It's not option B. C, yes. It is option B. Oh yes, ClCOOH. Right. This is the correct answer. Absolutely yes. Option B is the correct answer. Very good. Yes, option B is the correct answer. Yes. Sorry. Oh, there were the only differences. This is Cl here. ClCOOH. ClCOOH. Right. Absolutely right. Chalo. Moving on. In the scheme given below, X and Y respectively are. Okay, this I'm pretty sure that you know. Once again, if you have read the book properly, if you have just practiced a little bit, I'm pretty sure you know it, that here what will it be? X, a colored species it MnO4 minus, and Y gives blue coloration with Ki starch paper, it has to be Cl2. So option C is the correct answer. Yes. You guys are getting it right. Please start calculating the marks and let me know. Please start calculating the marks and let me know in the comment section how much you are getting, so that I know for how many of you we have to book the felicitation program. Book seat in the felicitation program of Vedantu. Anyway, moving on to this. Acha. This, many of you are a little confused because many of the students have been saying that answer D is the correct. No. Actually, when you do it, yes, it is a little lengthy question, not too tough, a little lengthy question, but the correct answer is option A, my dear student. I am hoping that I have written it right here. Yes, it is option A. Let me just check it once again. Yes, option A. Question number 5 is option A. You skip this, no problem. Some of the questions you can skip, it's okay. But yes, it took a little time for us to solve it. However, it was option A. Clear? Yes? Okay, very good, very good. Chalo, moving on. On decreasing the pH from 7 to 2, the solubility of a sparingly soluble MX of a weak acid HX increases from 10 to the power minus 4 mole per liter to 10 to the power minus 3 mole per liter. The pKa of HX is, guys, once again, do you remember that we have done a lot of questions from this chapter? Yes, so how are you going to do it? Yes, Varun, it will come, bacha, it will come. Trust me, we have started to, trust me, the content is almost ready. I have told my SME to make the content, she has made it. Tomorrow, I just have to prepare and just, prepare a little bit of the script and then I will start recording, okay? Today, we couldn't do it because we have to solve this. We have to solve this. Anyway, so here, I think once again, a lot of students were confused, but the correct answer is option B. Right, Abhi? Right, yes. Option B is the correct answer. Makes sense. Awesome. Next question. In the game, okay, this is also from NCERT, by the way, okay, this is also from NCERT. You know where there is this passage where it is written about aspirin, and it is written that it inhibits the synthesis of prostaglandin. So this is the correct answer. Many students have told me even in Telegram channel that they have clicked on option D. It's not option D. It is option B. It is option B. Okay. Yes, Varshi, we will be starting with JEE 2024. Yes, we will be. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I promise. Very soon. By 9th of this month, you will get to see the sessions live. Promise. Mamma kasam. Promise. You will get to see JEE 2024 sessions. Okay. Pakka. Promise. Okay, let's move on, guys. Now, the stoichiometric reaction of 516 gram of dimethyl dichlorosilane with water results in a tetrameric cycle. Okay, yes, okay. Now what happened? Tetrameric cyclic product X in 75% yield. The weight in gram of X obtained is. What is the answer that you guys got? Tell me, what is the answer that you guys got? I'll tell you. I'll tell you what is the answer that I got. This is question number 8. Yes, I got as 222 gram. That is 222 gram. This is the answer that I calculated. Is this what you got? Is there something that you got? Am I right or wrong, guys? Come on, tell me. Did you get this? Did you get this? I'll tell you about Rutish, the dropper batch as well. Don't worry about it. Yes. Is this what you got or not? Come on. No one is telling me. All right, moving on. A gas has a compressibility factor of 0.5 and a molar volume of 0.4 dm cube per mole at a temperature of 800 Kelvin and pressure x atm. If it shows ideal gas behavior at the same temperature and pressure, the molar volume will be y dm cube per mole. The value of x by y is, what is the answer here? What is the answer here? What is the answer here? What is the answer here, guys? Yes, I got another answer. Ayyo, sorry. For this, the answer is 100. For this, the answer is 100. Okay? The value of x by y is 100. This is x by y. Okay? Moving on. Now, the plot of log Kf versus 1 by T for a reversible reaction is shown. Pre-exponential factors for the forward and backward reactions are 10 to the power 15 S per S and 10 to the power 11 S to the power minus 1 respectively. If the value of log K for the reaction at 500 Kelvin is 6, the value of log Kb at 250 Kelvin is. And then all the known answers are given to you. So tell me what is the answer for this. What did you get? What did you get? What did I get? I got it as answer 5. I got the value to be 5. Is that what you got? Is that what you got? Very good. Amazing, Vinpal. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes. Okay, moving on. 1 mole of an ideal monoatomic gas undergoes 2 reversible processes, A to B and then B to C as shown in the given figure. A to B is an adiabatic process if the total heat absorbed in the entire process A to B and B to C is RT2 ln 10. The value of 2 log V3 is, use molar heat capacity of the gas at constant pressure. C Pm is equal to 5 by 2 R. I am not explaining, Johnny. I have told you this. Yes, even in the thumbnail it is written as speech solution and answer key. Please watch it. I told you in the beginning of the session that I'm not going to explain because I know your exam is over and you don't really want to sit here. Okay, so all I am doing is right now just giving you the speech solution and answer key so that you can correlate and count your marks. We will do the detailed solutions later when we are preparing for JEE 2024. Okay. In advanced session, it doesn't matter how you are getting the solution, but right now, only thing that you have to do is count your marks. Okay. So I'm not going to waste your time. Yes. Yes. What did you get here? What did you get here? Come on, come on, come on. What is this? Question number 11. Tell me. Okay. So these were very simple answers, right? 7. This is the answer here. This is the answer here. All right. 7 is the answer. Moving on. If in a 1 liter flask, 6 moles of A undergoes the reaction, the progress of product formation at 2 temperatures Kelvin, 2 temperatures in Kelvin, T1 and T2 is shown in the figure, right? As per this. If T1 is equal to 2 T2 and delta G naught minus delta G1 naught is equal to RT2 ln of X, then the value of X is, what is the answer did you get here? What is the answer that you got here? This is 8. Very good. Very good. What is the marks, guys? What is the marks? Have you calculated? How much marks are you getting? Tell me, no? Then I can make the video also that how much marks is the cutoff for which IIT? Where are you going to get? Come on, guys. Tell me. Okay, so we have reached question number 12. Okay. Now, the total number of sp2 hybridized carbon atom in the major product P, a non-heterocyclic compound of the following reaction is. What's the answer here? Very good, Suresh. Very good. Very good, Johnny. Very good, Rutish. Yes. Come on, guys. Tell me what is the answer here. This one is 28. There are 28 sp2 hybridized carbon atoms. Amazing. Ooh, this went a little topsy-turvy. Yeah. Chalo, this went a little topsy-turvy, but let's try to decode this question. Anyway, so P2O3 plus 3H2O, but come on guys. Anyway, I think option is what? Option is D. But P2O3 plus 3H2O will give you H3PO3. Let me write it down, okay? P2O3 plus 3H2O will give you here H3PO3, right? Then comes the second one, that is P4 plus 3NaOH plus 3H2O will give you pH3. Am I right? Then comes PCl5 plus CH3COOH will give you POCl3. Am I right? And then finally H3PO2 plus 2H2O plus 4AgNO3. What will this give you? This will give you, where is 5? H3PO4. Yes, that means option D is the correct answer. Make sense? Option D is the correct answer. Guys, Abhay sir is ready right outside. Let's finish it quickly. I've only reached what? End of option and end of paper 1. Anyway, moving on to the next one. This was very simple, very easy, right? This was very simple, very easy. Am I right, everybody? Yes? Okay. For this also, actually, option D is the correct answer because FeH2O6, right? This, because see, H2O is a weak filled ligand, so this will be this S. Then comes 2, MnH2O6, 2 plus. Once again, here also, what will you get is, for 2, you will get Q. This will be the correct answer. CONH3, 6, 3 plus. For 3, it will be P. Okay. And then finally for FeCl, this, in case of tetrahedral crystal field splitting, what happens? There is no Gerard. There is no Gerard. So there will not be any G. Yes, there will not be any G. Very good. Amazing. Moving on to the last one. What is this answer? Question number 16. Yes, question number 16. Everybody read it. Match the reaction. So 1 bromo, 2 ethyl pentane, single enantiomer. What will you get? What is the option here that you got, guys? Come on, tell me. For this question number 16, option B is the correct answer. I hope you are getting the answer key. Yes, I hope you are getting the answer key. All right. Chalo. Moving on. Last one. Yes. This is what? 17. Okay. For 17, what was it, guys? For 17, what was it? Etard reaction. Okay. For Getterman, what was it? For this, it is phenol, right? For this, it is phenol, R5. For this, it is 4, right? For Getterman, it is 4. Am I right? Anybody? 16 marks only. Oh, why? Why 16 marks only? Tell, what is the answer here? For Getterman reaction, which one is it? Benzene or aniline? Option 3 or option D? Option D? No. What is it? I forgot the answer here. I forgot the answer. Wait a second. Let me check here. Let me check. I must have solved it somewhere. Where is it? It is option D. No. It's option D. Option D. It is option D once again. It is option D once again. Okay. Chalo. Now let's go to paper 2. Yeah. I'm going to do it together. Okay. Guys, let's finish the paper 2 and then I'll call Abhay sir. Abhay sir will come and solve it for you for mathematics. Okay. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll solve it for both the papers right away. So this was one of the mind-blowing easy question, right? Yes. Now next time when I prepare the JEE 2024 students with this, they'll be like, ma'am, I can't believe it that this question can come. Right, everyone? Did you see this and you were like, oh. if I were appearing for this exam, the moment I saw this and the moment I would have solved this, my confidence level would have been like right at the top, and then I would have thought that I can solve everything. But I understand the exam trauma as well. But this was one of the most easy question ever. So directly they have asked you the molecular orbital diagram for F2 molecule. Which one is the answer, guys, in this case? It is option C, isn't it? For F2, what will it be? Number of electrons is 18. So that means in below this, for 1s, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, 16, 17, 18. Also here 1, 2, 2, 1. That's how it goes. Okay, that's how what you have to remember. So option C is the correct answer. Moving on. Consider the following statements related to colloids. Yes, what is the answer here? It is option A, 1 and 2. Option A is the correct answer. Alright, moving on. In the following reactions, P, Q, R and S, the major products are, P is primary alcohol with 4 carbons. Q undergoes coal-based electrolysis to give an 8 carbon product. This is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Making sense, everybody? Are you calculating? Please do let me know if you are calculating or not. Please do let me know if you guys are calculating or not and how much marks till now you have got in chemistry. A disaccharide X cannot be oxidized by bromine water. The acid hydrolysis of X leads to laboratory solution. The disaccharide X is, of course, it is option number A. Okay. Of course, it is option number A. And X is what? X is sucrose. Right? Okay. Moving on. The complexes which can exhibit the type of isomerism shown by PTNH3 2Br2 is R. Okay, so in this case, what you had to do was, we all know that PTNH3 2Br2, what does it show? It shows geometrical isomerism. And just like that, option C and option D will also show you geometrical isomerism. Now, option B, you might think that this is looking exactly the same as this, so this must also show it. But that is wrong. Okay, ZnNH3 2Cl2, it will be tetrahedral and it is not possible for it to show geometrical isomerism. Understood? Yes, it is. Both options C and D are correct. C and D are correct. Alright, guys? Yes. Moving on from here, atoms of metals X, Y and Z from face-centered cubic FCC unit cell of edge length LX, body-centered cubic BCC unit cell of edge length LY and simple cubic unit cell of edge length LZ respectively. Read the question and then what do you get? Packing efficiency of unit cell of X is greater than packing efficiency of unit cell of Y, packing efficiency of unit cell Z. Okay. And then LY is greater than LZ. What do you think, guys? What do you think, everybody? What do you think? Question number 6 is A, B, D. Okay. All of these are correct. Okay. All of these are correct. Moving on from here then. Question number 7. In the following reaction, P, Q, R and S are the major products. Yes, are the major products. And now they are asking that P and Q are monomers of polymers, dacron and glyptal respectively. P, Q and R are dicarboxylic acid. Compounds Q and R are the same. R does not undergo aldol condensation and S does not undergo Cannizzaro reaction. Tell me, guys, this is also R does not undergo aldol condensation and S does not undergo Cannizzaro. Makes sense? Makes sense. Yes. Compounds Q and R are the same. Compounds Q and R are the same. Q and R are the same. Yes. C and D are the correct answer. Okay. C and D are the correct answer. Hey, where is the chat? Why am I not able to see the chat, guys? Where are you? Are you all here? Okay, moving on. Acha, H2S. 5 moles reacts completely with acidified aqueous potassium permanganate solution. In this reaction, the number of moles of water produced X is here 8. Okay. Number of moles of water. If you calculate it, you will get it. Number of moles of H2O is 8 here. Yes, and then the number of molecules of electrons. Number of molecules of electrons, it is 10. So now what you have to do is x plus 1, so 10 plus 8. This will be sp3, this will be sp3, this will be sp3. NiCO4 is definitely sp3 as you all know. And finally it will be SOCl2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answer is 5. Okay. These many will have sp3 hybridization. Make sense? No problem, Varun, no problem. You will be unable to understand because you haven't even studied it that deeply. Also, you are a JEE 2024 aspirant, so chill. It's okay. You have time. We will prepare you. Don't worry. Next time when you do this, you will be like, oh, now I understand. You will get it. Don't worry. Now, consider the following molecules Br3O8, F2O. In this case also, now what will happen is count the number of atoms existing in their zero oxidation state in each molecule. Basically, out of these molecules, are there any atom or is there something that is at zero oxidation state, and if there are, add them. So basically in this case for H2S4O6, the middle 2S will have zero oxidation state. H2S5O6, here 3S will be of zero oxidation state, and finally in C3O2, one of the middle carbon will have zero oxidation state. So 1C, that means 2 plus 3 plus 1, answer is 6. Okay, that is the correct answer. Moving on from here, for He plus, a transition takes place from the orbit of radius 105.8 picometer to the orbit of radius 26.45 picometer. The wavelength in nanometer of the emitted photon during the transition is, this is also calculated, let me count it, let me check it out. What question is this? This is question number 11. It's calculated already, I have calculated it. Acha, for question number 11, the answer is 30. Is the answer 30? What did you guys get? Confirm it with me once. Confirm it with me once. What is the answer did you get? 30? Or what? Come on guys, come on, quickly, let me know. 30 or what? Let me check it out then. Let me check the calculation once. Question number 11. 30 nanometer, yes? 30 nanometer, okay. 30 nanometer, yup, that's correct. Chalo, moving on. 50 ml of 0.2 molar urea solution density is equal to this is mixed with 250 ml of a solution containing 0.06 gram of urea. Both the solutions were prepared in the same solvent. The osmotic pressure in TOR of the resulting solution at 300 Kelvin is. Tell me guys, what's the answer for this? What's the answer for this? What did you get? Charan 6? 6? No, it's 682. 682, okay? Now, the reaction of 4-methyl-oct-1-in with HBr in the presence of C6H5CO2O2 gives 2 isomeric bromides in a 9:1 ratio. With a combined yield of 50% of these, the entire amount of the primary alkyl bromide was reacted with an appropriate amount of diethylamine, followed by treatment with aqueous K2CO3 to give a non-ionic product S in 100% yield. What's the answer here? Here, as I have solved it, I see that the answer is 1791. 1791. That's the answer that I have found. Please let me know if, please correlate and let me know if this is what you got. Okay. I think that's all. I think that's all. Yeah, this is the end. Is that the end, guys? No, there were some more questions, right? There were some more questions. Oh yeah, there were those passage questions. Chalo, let me write the passage questions also somewhere, hai na? Let me write the answers there as well. Wait a second. चलो oh my god हाँ yes okay let me write the answers here as well. So question 14 is 0.31 okay for question 14 the answer is 0.31. For question 15 the answer is 300. Please correlate okay. For question 16 these are the passage ones, the comprehensive ones okay. For question 16 the answer is 9 and for question 17 the answer is I think how much is it? The answer is 51. That's it. I think let's call Abhay sir now. Abhay sir, are you ready? Yes guys, we have Abhay sir. So I'm going to close my and I'll send you the PDF as well. Just a minute. Yes, done. Please come, sir. Sir is here.
Hey guys, how are we doing? How did the advanced paper go? I guess it was easier than the last time. I don't know about chemistry, but
it was. Even in chemistry, I think some of the questions were very directly and absolutely from NCERT.
Same with maths. Some of the questions were very direct, and it is very unlike JEE Advanced. And let's solve some of the questions, and I'll give you some of the hints, guys. So since this is speed solution video, so I'll give you some hints, mostly the answer key, and detailed solutions we can have later, ma'am, for all these. Yes.
Yes. I said the same thing. Like detailed solutions, I think we will have it during our JEE 2024 preparation.
Yes.
At that time, we will solve the details.
Sure.
Sir, your slide.
I think I shared. No.
You shared it with me.
I think I did.
Just check or just check in teacher studio. All right, till then I will just talk to the students. So how many of you have calculated your marks? Let us know. For chemistry, how many of you have done this? And what about maths? Let's hear it from you. Come on guys, let us know. Where are the chats? Are you all sleeping? Hello. Sleeping? Yeah, no problem. Yo guys, Akshay, what happened? Varun, how many of you appeared for it and tell me, no, what is the marks? So the speech solution is done. Acha, by the way, in the just below this video, in the description box, right? In the description box, you will find our Telegram channel, okay? You will find our Telegram channel. Yes, so Varun, if you are a JEE 2024 student, then please do join our Telegram channel because in the Telegram channel is where we connect with you, where we send you the PDF, where we send you some of the mock question papers which you can solve, where we also give you certain times assignments that you can solve and it will be like a practice for you, okay? All right. Hi, Mavati. Can I call you Mavati? I don't know. You have already joined. Amazing. All right. Okay. Very soon, somebody had asked me about a dropper batch. So very soon, I think by tomorrow, we will be launching our dropper batch. And I'll give you a Google form if you are interested at all and if you want to know about Vedantu's courses, right? Because you know that like I told you, like Abhay sir, Pratik sir, they have an experience of about, they have an experience in double digit and they are known to produce ranks. So if you want to learn from them and make sure that you want to, get your ranks, then most welcome. And Abhay sir is here.
I have shared with.
Yes. Let me just do that. You understand.
Sure. Thank you.
This is the pen, sir.
Thank you.
Drop.
Oh, okay. Alright guys, so how did it go? I hope it was well. I think the paper difficulty level was easier than the last year JEE Advanced paper, and I'm sure it is going to give you a lot of confidence, particularly the students of class 11th and 12th, because 2022 was one of the toughest papers in the last decades, and I mean, the estimation was that it is going to be the same level, more or less, but I'm glad that they've reduced the level a bit. There were certain surprises, as many of you would know who have given it. One is the question of sphere came. Typically the sphere they have never asked in 3D. So this time they had one question of sphere, and also this is something which we keep on telling to our students, right, that solutions of triangle, properties of triangle basically, even though they have not mentioned it in the JEE syllabi, a lot of students did not study it, but again there was a very beautiful question on properties of triangle this year, and again that is always going to come, because they are always going to, you cannot question them, as simple as that. You cannot question that the solutions of triangle was not mentioned, because small r, capital R, sine rules, cosine rule, these are all the things which you can easily sure, which you can easily derive on your own. Is it shared?
Yes,
okay.
I have shared.
Alright guys, so let us get started. So I'll be quickly giving you some speed solutions, some hints, and of course I have also attached some solutions, written solutions, the solution that we solved, and you can take a lot of hints from those, and whatever problems that you are still finding problems in, just let me know in the chat and I'll make a detailed solution right here. Okay. Alright guys, so let us get started. Do we have the jockey?
Oh. No, this is the pen.
Alright, so this is the first question, and it was a very surprising question, because normally they have not asked these kind of questions before. So S belongs to a set 0 to 1, union 1 to 2, union 3 to 4, and T is 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are 4 discrete elements. Then which of the following statements are true? There are infinitely many functions from S to T, which is very obvious, because 0 to 1 it contains infinite number of elements. 1 to 2 it contains infinite number of elements, infinite rational numbers, infinite irrational numbers. Likewise for 3 to 4, right? So, and any number can be linked to any one of these 4 numbers. So, of course, A was true. Okay. Of course, A was true. Infinitely many strictly increasing functions from S to T. So, strictly increasing it can't happen, right? Strictly increasing it can't happen. Strictly increasing would mean x1 is greater than x2, implies f of x1 is greater than f of x2. So, this can't happen because this has exactly 4 elements. So, this definitely was false. Total number of continuous functions from S to T. So, continuous it means, of course, 1 is not in the domain, 2 to 3 are not in the domain. So, of course, 0 to 1, 1 to 2 and 3 to 4. 3 to 4. There we have 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So, number of continuous functions from S to T. So, basically continuous function from S to T means 0 to 1 it would have a single value. So, this has 4 options, this has 4 options, this has 4 options. So, total number of continuous function would be 4q. So, this clearly is not the option. Every continuous function from S to T is differentiable, which is of course true. If a function is continuous, for example, this gets a value this gets a value this gets a value this. So, 1 to 2 it is a constant function. So, it is of course differentiable, because derivative is the slope is 0. So, A and C, A, C and O, number of continuous function from S to T as at most 120. Okay, at most 120, I mean it is 64. So, 64 is definitely less than 120. So, this is also correct. So, A, C, D was the correct answer. I hope this is clear to everyone. Number 2, this was a very typical question on JEE Advanced conic section. So, there is an ellipse which is given, there is a parabola which is given. It has 2 tangents, common tangents. So, all you had to do was apply the condition for common tangents, and these kind of questions we have already done. We will discuss in these sessions that we had before JEE Advanced, right? So, this is a common tangent, and for common tangent you always apply slope form. So, y is equal to mx plus a by m, y is equal to mx plus minus root of a square m square plus b square. Just compare these to find the values of m. So, m you get plus and minus 1. So, this is one slope, this would be the other slope. M is equal to 1 and m is equal to minus 1. right? And of course, likewise, you can always find the points of contact. For this, you should always remember that it is a by m square comma 2a by m, and you get this. And this point of contact, I've already told how to find the point of contact. I discussed in the conic section video, and you can check that. And again, this point could be easily found without actually calculating the line and the ellipse, right? So this was minus 2 comma 1, and it becomes a very nice trapezium, and trapezium area comes out to be 35. That is perfectly right. So again, A was definitely the right answer, and C, T1 and T2 meet at the point minus 3 comma 0, because this line slope is 1, it is minus 3 comma 0. So A and C were the right answer. I hope this is clear to everyone. Moving on, question number 3. This was a good question. I think there were 1, 2, maybe 3 good questions in the entire paper, which could make a difference to top 100 ranks, right? So this was one of them, right? And other apart from this question, a lot of other questions were very on the easier side, and I think a lot of the students would be able to solve the other questions. But there were 3 to 4 questions in the entire paper 1 and paper 2, which could make a difference, and again could take the students in top 100. So this was one of the questions there. So f is a function from 0 to 1 to 0 to 1, and this is a cubic function which is given to us. And g is a function we call green region, and f r is called the red region, right? So anything above this in this square is a green region, and anything below this is called the red region, right? And we had to find these, right? So there is an h means the vertical height belonging to such that the area of green region above the line LH is equal to the area of green region below the line LH, and so on. So these kind of options we had to explore, and this was actually a very good question. The key idea was, if this is a square, the cubic goes like this. So the cubic goes like this. This was the key idea. So this was 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1. It's a square. At 0 the value is 17 by 36. At 1 the value is 13 by 36. So this value f of 1 is 13 by 36. Of course, this is lower. This is a point of maxima. This is a point of maxima at 1 by 3. And at 1 by 3 the value is this. This is just tad greater than half, right? The important thing was, if you find this area under this yellow curve and x-axis, this comes out to be half. So this is half, the area above is half, and there were lines given, right? So the first line is 1 by 4 and the second line is 2 by 3. So if there is this line 1 by 4, right? So this is 1 by 4, this area would be 1 by 4. Since the entire area is half, so area under this is again 1 by 4. So this was the idea, key idea to think. Likewise, this area is 1 by 3, because this line is 2 by 3. The line is 2 by 3, the above area is 1 by 3, and this area would be 2 by 3. Sorry, 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3, that is 1 by 6. 1 by 6. So just me erase this. So this area was 1 by 6. Right, so this was the entire crux of the question. If you could draw this diagram, it was very easy. The integration was very simple, and it is coming to be half. Right, so below 1 by 4, the area is 1 by 4. Above this and below the yellow curve, basically the blue region, the red region, this area would be 1 by 4 again, 1 by 4 again, 1 by 3 and 1 by 6. Now guys, it was very simple and very easy to explore all these options. So there exists an h belonging to 1 by 4 to 2 by 3 such that the area of the green region above this line equals the area of the green region below this line. So that means there exists certain line between this such that the area of green region above this line, right? So green region is this entire is green. This entire, so let me draw dark green and light green. So at 1 by 4, the area of green region is 0. Area of green region is 0. And yahan par, as we move up, the area of the green region above this is 1 by 3. So below it will be 1 by 6. Right. So again, it goes from 0. So green region, it is 0. And yeah, at this point, the total area covered is 2 by 3. 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is greater than half. So again, there is going to be a certain line definitely where it is going to divide the green area into half. So A was right. So B, C, D. So these were the 3 options, right? So and you could explore that. It was very simple. after you got this particular region. I hope this is clear, right? So again, you can explore the other option. There exists H belonging to 1 by 4 to 2 by 3 such that the area of red region above the line LH equals the area of red region below the line LH, right? So above the line LH, right? So this is the area of red region at this point is 1 by 4. At 2 by 3, it crosses 1 by 2. So again, there is going to be certain line, definitely it is going to be there such that the region is going to be exactly divided into two halves, right? So you could explore all these options and find the area of red region at this point and find the area of red region at the above point. And again, you could see that at x is equal to 1 by 4, this is red region, this is at x is equal to 2 by 3, this is red region, and this is green region, this is green region, and you can divide that, you can see that it changes from negative to positive, right? So B, C, D were the correct options, and so this was one of the questions which could have definitely made a difference. Question number 4, this was also a good question, guys, and a lot of students were not able to do this. F is a function which is root n and x belongs to 1 by n plus 1 to 1 by n. G is a function this. Now what we can see here is limit x approaches 0, g of x is limit x approaches 0 to x, limit x approaches 0, x square to x, what this function is, 1 minus t by t. So we can see that this is 0, this is 0. So by sandwich rule, this is also 0. So this is 0. At 0 fx, at x is equal to 0. For x is equal to 0, it is root n for this. Now, if n approaches infinity, then x belongs to 0, of course, approximately equal to 0. X is approximately equal to 0. At that point, it is infinity, n is infinity. So this limit is infinity into 0, which is definitely an indeterminate form. So infinity into 0, how do we actually calculate this? So basically what we can do is we can convert this into 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity form. So see, x belongs to 1 by n. So what we can here do is 1 by n we can take t or x. So as n approaches infinity, we know that t approaches 0. T approaches 0. So f of x I can definitely write 1 by root x. And g of x is this, x square to x root of 1 minus t by t. And this is what we need to find, limit x approaches 0, x square to x root of 1 minus x upon root x. And of course, I can also find limit x approaches 0 to root x by root x. So this becomes the right hand limit of the sandwich rule. This is the left hand limit. And if both of these are equal, then I'll say the limit exists and whatever the value is. So clearly this limit is equal to 2. Right hand limit is equal to 2. We'll talk about the left hand limit. So left hand limit, of course, I'll have to apply the LH rule. So how does LH rule work? Limit. So again, put the value. So root of 1 minus x upon x into derivative of x minus root of 1 minus x square upon x square into 2x upon what is the derivative of root x? It is 1 by 2 root x. 1 by 2 root x. So root x goes. So x and x also goes. So again, I'll be left with 2 root of 1 minus x minus root x into 2 into root of 1 minus x square. So at x approaches 0, this part is 0. At x0, this is 2. So left hand limit of the sandwich is also 2, right hand limit is also 2. So limit does exist and is equal to 2. So C was the right answer. This was also one of the good questions, and a lot of the students were not able to do this question in the real time. So C is the right answer. I hope this is clear. This was one of the easiest questions. Just that the statement is long. Otherwise, it is very easy. It is a cube. There are certain face diagonals. Right, so there are 12 face diagonals, so each face is having 2 diagonals, and there are 4 body diagonals. The question is, what is the maximum distance between these two, one body diagonal and one face diagonal? So basically, you can take any face diagonal, and you can take any body diagonal which does not pass through the face diagonal, and these are 2 skew lines, and all you had to do was find the shortest distance between these lines. So again, the maximum value is going to be the distance between the skew lines, it is I think coming out to be 1 by root 6, and this you can easily find. So I'm not going into the calculations, guys, though, because the calculation is something that you can do. So I'm just making speed solutions, and if you have a problem in any of the solutions, you can always comment on the chat box. I'll make detailed solution on that particular question. This was also a superb question, guys, amazing question, and it had was a combination of conic sections, solving, permutation, combination, and probability, right? So these 4 concepts, right? So this is an ellipse which is given to us. It's a vertical ellipse, no problem with that. And there was this parabola. This point could be easily found. I think this was 2 comma root 10, if I'm not wrong. 2 comma root 10. Does it satisfy? I think it does, yes. 2 comma root 10. And this would be 2 comma minus root 10. Now the question was, x and y belongs to z. X and y are integers in this particular region. So they were very limited integral values. One was 1 comma 0, this value, this value, this value, this value. Other was this, and this. So these were 12 points which were lying inside these regions. So I've removed everything. These were the 12 points which were lying inside. 5 here, 7 here. And it said it formed a triangle which had integral area. Now, how can the triangle be formed? Basically, these are 5 points, these are 7 points. So select any 2 points from here, 1 point from here, right? So 2 from here, 1 from here, or the other way around, 1 or 2, right? So again, first of all, how many triangles could be formed? The triangles would be 12C3. So this would be the denominator. Now, the triangles with integral area. So again, guys, if you check any 2 points or take any 2 points from the first and 1 from here, so I can see that any 2 points from here, 1 from here, the vertical height or height is always going to be 1. So half base 1, and this is integer, so that means b has to be even. So all I had to do was select 2 points from here. Let's say I number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which had even base. So how many even bases could be there? So one is 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 3, 5. So 3 here, and 1, 4, 1, 5, sorry, 1, 5. 1, 5 would mean a length of 4. So 4 points from here and any point from here. So 4 into 7 plus. Likewise, even bases from here. So there were 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 7. So 5 points here. And base, so these are base 2. Base 4 can be 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7. And there will be 1, 7, base 6. So 5, 3, 8, 1, 9. So 9 into any 5 points here. So 73 upon 120 would be the, 220, not 120. 12C3 would be 220. So 73 upon 220 would be the right answer. So this was also a very conceptual question. It took a lot of time, of course, to understand the entire question, and to finally reach here, it took a lot of time. But once you are here, it was, I think, very easy from there on. So 73 upon 220 is the right answer. Again, this is an amazing question, right? So, and this was one of the most simple questions, I would say. So area of the triangle it is asking. Area of the triangle. So this is a parabola. Y square is equal to 4x. The normal to the parabola we can always draw. So y is equal to mx minus 2am minus am cube. So as we put y0, this point would be 2a plus am square, comma 0. This point would be a comma 0. A comma 0. So this is P, let's say this is Q, this is F. So it is talking about this area. This is AM square, comma minus 2AM. So this area would be half into base. Base is this, 2A plus AM square minus A, that is A plus AM square, into height. Height is 2AM. And this area is 120. So 2 gets cancelled. So we have a square 1 plus m square into m is equal to 120. And it is also given that a and m are positive integers. A and m are positive integers. So which of these 4 options? So best way was just to put these options here and see which one of them qualifies, because it is a single choice correct. So again, all you had to do was put these. Otherwise, making cases would take a lot of time. These were the direct options. So this was, I think, one of the easiest questions which you should have definitely attempted in this paper. If you talk about A, this is again one of the easiest papers. So again, if you've done inverse trigonometry, you would definitely be able to do this kind. So root of 1 plus cos 2x is root 2 mod of cos x, and this is root 2 tan inverse of tan x. Root 2 goes. So mod of cos x from minus pi, this in this interval, again they have omitted minus pi by 2, they have omitted pi by 2 because of course tan inverse of tan x is not defined at these points. So in this interval, this is the graph of mod of cos x, this is tan inverse of tan x. Clearly they meet at 3 points. So 3 was the correct answer to this. I hope this is clear to everyone, right? So this was again one of the simplest, and again if you look deeply, again it would scare you, but again if you have a look at it, so see, very simple functions. This is a linear function, linear function, linear function, linear function. So linear functions means straight lines, and moreover if you take the value at x is equal to 0, the value is n. So at x is equal to 0, the value is n, 0, the value is n. At x is equal to 1 by 2n, 1 by 2n, the value is going to be 0. So left hand side is going to be 1 by 2n, the value is going to be 0. Right hand side also, if you put x is equal to 1 by 2n, the value is going to be 0. So again limit does exist, and this is the since linear graph, it goes. Now what happens at 1 by 3 by 4n? So as you put x 3 by 4n, you will get this value as n. So 3 by 4n is this, the value is n, the value is n, and right hand side also 3 by 4n, the value comes out to be n, right? The function is continuous at 3 by 4n, and right hand side it is n. At 1 by n, the value again goes to 0. 1 by n, the value again goes to 0. At 1 by n, right hand side, the value is also 0. At x is equal to 1, the value is n back, right? So this is the kind of graph at x is equal to 1. At x is equal to 1. N is such that the area of the region bounded by the curve x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0, and fx is 4. So this area is 4. This area is clearly 4. Now again you should know that again if I draw a parallel line here, if I draw a parallel line here, let's say this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, this is B1 and this is B2. So B1 plus B2 is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3. This is very simple thing that we teach, you know, to 9th class students, 10th class students. Think between area, and this whole area is n, rectangle n. So A1 plus A2 plus A3, A1 plus A2 plus A3 is going to be n by 2, and n by 2 is given to be 4. So clearly n is equal to 8. So n is equal to 8, n is equal to 8 is the value, and maximum value of the function is clearly n. The maximum value of the function is clearly n. So 8 was the right answer. I hope this is clear to everyone, right? So this was again a very simple, it would take time to draw this, but again this was a simple question. Question number 10 again, guys. This was very tricky because a lot of students would actually try this, right? So because they have this habit 7, you know, writing it into 7 into 10 to the power r plus 1, 5 into 10 to the power r minus 1 and so on. They would definitely try that, but again if you try the traditional way, the answer it would take a lot of time, and you would be disheartened, and I am sure a lot of people tried this in the paper, but ultimately they couldn't do this. This is an awesome solution. If you can see this, it was given by, you know, Surendra sir of in the topper pod Vedantu. Very awesome solution. So he said 77 is 693 by 9. So he's trying a kind of induction here, right? And this, let us try to convert this into 657 types. So 657 minus 64 by 9. So this is 77. What about this number 757? So 757 plus 77. So again I am trying the first two terms. So 757 plus 77, I can write 757 minus 64 upon 9, right? So this is 757 into 10 minus 64 upon 9, right? And what I'll do is 757 into 10 minus 64 upon 9. Now this is 7570, but I have to write this in the form 7577. So this would be 7557. The difference would be 7557 minus 51 upon 9. 7557 minus 51 upon 9. Minus 51 upon 9. right? So this is, so I basically have written this part in 7557. So basically if I add the third term, that is 77 plus 757 plus 7557. So this part can be written as 7557 minus 51 upon 9 plus 7557. So this is 755 into 7 into 10 minus 51 upon 9. So again this is 75570, 75570, but I have to write this in the form of 75557. So I'll write it as 75557 minus some value. That value is coming out to be 88. 88 upon 9. So just have a look at the term, residue term. So basically the first part was 51, then we have 88. So this kind of becomes AP. So minus 64, minus 51, minus 64 minus 51, this is minus 38. Minus 38. So this kind of becomes AP with common difference minus 13. Common difference minus 13. So again I can find the 99th term of this. So 99th term would be the residue here. The 99th term is coming out to be 1210. 1210. So clearly M is 1210 plus 1210, and so common difference, right? So it is plus 13, sorry, not minus n, plus 13. So that is how the common difference is, the term is going to be positive, and n clearly is 9. So m plus n is going to be 1219. So 1219 is going to be the correct answer to this. This was an awesome question. Again, a lot of solutions to this. One way of solving this is, again, S is this. You can do 10s. Multiply everything by 10 and subtract s, 9s. So this is again one of the solutions which if you want I'll try to make it in detail, but a lot of ways this can be done. But if you try it in a traditional way, chances are very less that you'll arrive at the right answer in this form, right? So question number 10 was 1219. I hope this is clear. Question number 11 was also very easy. All you had to do was rationalize, remove iota from the denominator. The only thing is, these two numbers are the multiples of 281. So basically you could take the LCM of these two numbers. So this 1686 is 281 into what? 8 into 8 or 6, sorry, it is 6, and 1967 is 281 into 7, right? So basically you could take out 281 common, right? So 281 could be taken out as common. It would be what? 7 plus 6 I sine theta upon 7 minus 3 I sine theta, Ci cos theta. So all you had to do was just realize it, make, since it's an integer, make imaginary part equal to 0. So as you made imaginary part 0, so tan theta, would come out to be minus half. Tan theta would come out to be minus half, and just put the value of tan theta in the real part, and you'll get this answer as 281. So 281 was the right answer. This is just a short. You can actually see this solution which we've made. So answer is 281 and not 1. 281 is the right answer. Question number 12, guys. Question number 12, right? So this was the question I was talking about. This was actually a question from sphere, which is actually not included, officially included in the JEE syllabi, but again so this is a plane. This is a sphere, x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 1. And sphere with center 0, radius 1. And if you could find the distance of this 0, 0, 0 from this, the distance would come out to be 4. So this is this plane which is given to you, and this is a sphere, right? So this distance is 4. Now it says there the distance of the point alpha, beta, gamma from the plane is 7 by 2. 7 by 2. So this is 4. This is 4, and there are points on this sphere from whose the distance is 7 by 2, right? So this is 4, and I want the points on this whose distance is 7 by 2. So if this distance is 7 by 2, so this clearly, the distance of this plane is half. So can I find this plane which is parallel to this plane and distance of the center is half? So basically the plane would be root 3x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to p, and distance from the center is going to be p upon 4, which is equal to half. So P is equal to 1 by 2 on the same side. So this plane is root 3x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to half. So basically, if you see the cross section, this is actually a circle. It is actually a circle, right? This is 1. So circle of radius root 3 by 2. So I'll just see the cross section. So cross section looks something like this. Capital R is root 3 by 2. Now U, V, W are 3 points on this circle such that distance of U and V, V and W and U are exactly same. So this actually is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, maybe this is U from origin, this is V, this is W, right? And this is root R, which is root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2. So this side first of all is going to be 2R cos theta. 2R, so this is 2R cos theta. So 2R into cos theta, sorry, this is 30. So 2R cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Root 3R, which is 3 by 2. So this is 3 by 2, this side is 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2. And imagine there is a circle with centers. I mean, the center is O. This is U vector, this is V vector, and this is W vector. And these are same. So basically, mod of U minus V is equal to root 3 by 2. Is equal to, sorry, 3 by 2, not 3. Just square them. So basically, mod of U square, what is the distance? What is the distance? So 1 plus 1 minus 2 U dot V is equal to 9 by 4. So U dot V would be 2 minus 9 by 4, that is minus 1 by 4. So U dot V comes out to be 2 U dot V minus 1 by 8. U dot V comes out to be minus 1 by 8. So U dot V or V dot W or W dot U comes out to be minus 1 by 8. And we all had to do was find the volume of the parallelepiped formed by this. So basically, box U, V, W is what we need to find. So you can do this, and this determinant is U dot U, U dot V, U dot W, V dot U, V dot V, V dot W, and this. So basically, U dot U, U dot U. So mod of U. So what is the distance? Mod of U is 1. Mod of U is 1. So basically 1. U dot V is minus 1 by 8. So we can write minus 1 by 8 x. This is also x. X1 x, x, x1. And x is minus 1 8. So all you had to do was find this determinant and take the square root. You get the volume of the parallelepiped, and 80 by V, 80 by root 3 into V would be the answer. So answer would be 45 if you calculate the calculate the calculations. I hope this is clear. So 45 was the right answer. Moving on, question number 13. This is very, very, very typical. This is NCERT, guys. NCERT, right? So this should be probably the first question you should be attempting in paper like this. And this is typical NCERT question. Coefficient of x to the power 5 in this expansion is equal to x to the power minus 5 in this expansion, right? So I'm not even discussing this. So 2b value is 3, and I am sure, out of all the people who are giving this examination, this would be the correct answer of most of the students in the exam. Question number 14th was again a very beautiful question. So there were 3 equations: x plus 2y plus z is equal to 7, 2x minus 3y plus beta is equal to gamma, and x plus alpha z is equal to 11, right? And there were certain conditions in, I'll show you the question. So question was basically matrix match. If beta is this and gamma is 28, then this is unique solution, no solution, infinitely many solutions, and so on. So all you had to do was, first of all, you had to form this determinant, that is 1, 2, 1, 2 minus 3 beta, 1, 0 alpha. This determinant, and this determinant came out to be this value, 7 alpha minus 2 beta minus 3, 7 alpha minus 2 beta minus 3. Minus 3. So this is the determinant. Now clearly, if this determinant is equal to 0, then there is a chance that this equation has either infinitely many solutions or no solutions, right? Moreover, if 7 alpha minus 2 beta minus 3 is equal to 0, now there are two ways to do this. One is find adjoint of A into P, the usual way. The second is you can actually, make this 7 alpha minus 2 beta minus 3. So how do you make this? So basically multiply this equation. So multiply this equation by 7. Right. So this minus 2 beta, this equation by minus 2, this equation by minus 2. So clearly first the last equation is 7x plus 7 alpha z is equal to 77. This equation would be minus 4x plus 6y minus 2 beta is equal to minus 2 gamma, and you have to eliminate x. So basically multiply this by 3. So we have 3x plus 6y plus 6y plus 3z is equal to 21, is equal to 21, right. So this, and multiply this by minus 1, this by minus 1, okay, and add everything up. So basically coefficient of x goes, coefficient of y goes, coefficient of z, it is 7 alpha minus 2 beta minus 3 times z is equal to 77 minus 21 is 56 minus 2 gamma. Now clearly if this is infinitely many solution, this is 0, this also has to be 0. So gamma is 28. So for infinitely many solution, gamma should be 28. So gamma is 28 and this is 0, then it has infinitely many solutions. So P would be matched with 3. So P matching with 3 means A and B. So we don't have to check the Q option because Q is same in both. R we have to check. R means this is not 0. So if this is not 0, clearly this has unique solution. Unique solution. So unique would mean R with 1, this is also correct, and R with 5. R with 5. R with 5 we can definitely check, because if alpha is 1, I think two equations are given to us. If alpha is 1, x plus z is 11, x plus z is 11, and if x plus z is 11, 2y is minus 4, giving us y as minus 2. Right, so it says R with 1 or 5. So 5 means y is equal to 4. Y is equal to 4 is clearly not correct. So this is unique solution. So R with 1 and S with 4. So again A would be the correct answer. R with 5 is not correct. So A was the correct answer to this. I hope this is clear. So this was very easy, guys. This was very easy and this should have been definitely done by you. Question number 15. Again, this is 10th class question, guys. 10th class question. Not even going to discuss this. Mean. You all know what is mean? Sigma xi fi upon sigma fi. This was what we had to do. Median, you all know this, how to find median. So this was class 10 question, guys. Class 10 question, and I'm very sure a lot of students have done this correct, right? So option A was the right answer, right? So this is very easy. This was also a good question. L1 is a line, so L1 is a definite line, which is 0. So basically it passes through 0, 0, 0, and direction ratios are 1, 1, 1. Direction ratios are 1, 1 and 1. And there is another line which passes through 0, 1, minus 1. Direction ratios are 1, 0, 1. 1, 0, 1. Now there is a plane which passes through this. So there are going to be infinitely many planes. So again, imagine that the wall in front of you, there is a line and there is another line, right? So there are infinitely many planes which are going to pass through this. Now it says let dh denote the smallest possible distance between the points of L2, this line, and h. H is the plane which passes through this. Let h naught be a plane in x for which d of h naught is maximum value of d of h. So d of h naught is going to be maximum value of dh. H varies in the plane. So d of h naught. So d of h naught is maximum value of d of h, maximum value. So can I say if there is a line, if these are, and clearly these are skew lines, we found this out. These are skew lines, we found this out. Now clearly, if there is a plane which passes through this, the plane which is going to be at maximum distance is going to be the line of shortest distance. So this is the line of, let's say this is the line of shortest distance. So plane would be normal to this. So you can always find the line of shortest distance, or direction of line of shortest distance would be ijk, 1, 0, 1 and 1, 1, 1. You can find n vector. So if you found n vector and this is 0, the plane can be easily found because you have the direction ratio, you have the point, right? So this plane can be easily found, and this was again very easy paper. If easy question if you could understand what is meant by this, right? So options were, the correct answer was B, P5, Q4, R3 and S1, right? So this was easy. This was again very easy, guys. Mod of z whole cube plus 2z square. So basically x square plus y square raised to the power 3 by 2 plus 2 times x square minus y square plus I 2xy plus 4 times x minus iy minus 8 is equal to 0. So again, separate the real part, separate the imaginary part. So again, you will get y is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1 if you put imaginary part equal to 0. Y can't be 0 because it is given that imaginary part of this is non-zero. So that means x is equal to 1. So again, put x is equal to 1 in the real part, you will get the value of y. So y, I think, comes out to be 3 if I'm not wrong, right? So this was very easy. If x is given, y is given, you could find all these values, right? So again, an easy question. It involved a bit of calculation, but the calculations were very easy and you should have done this. So correct option is B. If we move on to paper 2, guys, so quickly, this is one of the easiest. Paper 2, I think, was on the easier side as compared to paper 1, because paper 2, there were hardly any question which would involve a lot of calculations, number one, and which were new. So all these questions you have already seen. So first question, directly Leibniz. So again, if you differentiate, you get a simple differential equation, and this answer is option C, right? So I'm not discussing this. So question number 2, consider tossing a coin. So again, this was infinite event until outcomes of 2 consecutive tosses are same. So probability of random toss, the probability of H is 1 by 3. So this is a biased coin, and probability of tails would be 2 by 3, right? Probability that experiment stops with head. So if experiment stops with head, so again, the first case is HH. The second case would be THH. The third case would be HTHH. The fourth case would be THTHH. The fifth case would be HTHTHH. The sixth case THTHTHH. And this is going to go till infinity, right? So this forms one GP, this forms another GP. These kind of questions are very simple, very easy, and you have done. So it formed 2 GPs basically. All you had to do was, add these in the form of GP and find the answer. So 5 by 21 would be the correct answer to this. Moving on, this question again, this was a simple question. It is given that 0 mod y lies between 0 to 3. So mod of y square is less than 9, or 9 minus y square is positive, right? So this portion is positive, this portion is positive, right? Now there could be 2 cases. Case 1, y is positive. Case 2, y is negative. If y is positive, this could be easily reciprocal. So again, we have 2 tan inverse 6y upon 9 minus y square would be 2 pi by 3. 2 goes 6y upon 9 minus y square would be tan 60, which is root 3. You have to solve this quadratic equation and find the positive value. So if there were 2 positive values, you could take both. If there is one positive, one negative, the positive value would be selected. Likewise, when y is negative, the same thing you can apply. So positive value from here, negative value from here, add them and you'll get the answer. So answer would be 4 root 3 minus 6. I've not done the calculations here, but again I'm just telling you the concept here. Question number 4, again this was again very easy question, one of the easiest questions. A, B, C, D 4 vectors are given. It says the P, Q, R, S are not coplanar. B plus 2D by 3 is the position vector which divides PR internally in the ratio 5:4. Right. So this is P, this is Q, this is R, this is S. Now clearly 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Right. So basically PR in the ratio 5:4. So PR in the ratio 5:4. So basically 5 times R vector plus 4 times P vector. This we can easily find. B plus 2D by 3 is clearly 3B plus 6D by 9. So 9 clearly can be removed just to compare. So B and D. So basically this is B vector, this is D vector. So 3B plus 6D. So basically all I had to see was, is 3B plus 6D is equal to 5R plus 4P. Is 3B plus 6D 3b vector plus 6 times d vector is equal to 5r vector plus 4 times p vector. If this is true, then again this would be true, right? So this clearly is true, and if this is true, clearly this is false, because it can either be internal or external. Now clearly, if there is a point which divides this and this in the ratio 1:2 and this in the 5:4, so clearly these 4 points are coplanar, so this is also false. The square of magnitude, again this can be easily found, magnitude of b dot d. So this was again true. So A and D were, sorry, maybe this was not true. So only B was the correct answer to this. Only B was not correct answer. This you can easily find, B cross D whole magnitude, easily found out, right? So B was the right answer to this. Let's see this question. Now all I had to do was decipher this. So basically M is this matrix. M is a matrix A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Now clearly, if I is equal to 1, guys, if I is equal to 1, I is equal to 1 would mean the first row. J plus 1 is always divisible by I, so first row would always be 1. For I is equal to 2, the second row, I is equal to 2. I is equal to 2 means J plus 1 should be divisible by 2. Now for this, J is 1, so this is clearly 1, this would be 0 and this would be 1. For I is equal to 3, it says J plus 1 is divisible by 3. J plus 1 divisible by 3 can only happen in here. So this is 1, this would be 0, this would be 0. So this clearly is M matrix, and from now it is very easy. So clearly determinant of M is 0, and determinant of M minus 2i is also coming out to be 0. So that means both of these are not invertible. So this is false, this is false. Since determinant of M is 0, so clearly Mx is equal to 0 has infinite many solutions. So this set has infinitely many solutions. This is true, and this can easily be found. So this matrix basically 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 into this matrix A1, A2, A3 is equal to minus A1 minus A2 minus A3. So this gives you A1 is equal to 0, I think, and A2 plus A3 is equal to 0 also. Right, so there exists a non-zero column matrix definitely if A1 is 0 and A2 plus A3 is 0. So again, there could be infinitely many non-zero matrices such that this happens. So again, this is also true. So B and C were the correct answer to this. Question number 6. Now this was again very easy, guys. All you had to do was break this. So basically x belongs to 0 to 1. So 4x belongs to 0 to 4. So again, you have to break it at 3 points. So 4x is 1, 4x is 2, 4x is 3, and form different functions. So A and B were coming out to be correct, because if you are able to form the function, basically f of x 0 less than equal to x less than 1 by 4, this function is 0. From 1 by 4 to 2 by 4, this would be 1 into x minus 1 by 4 whole square into x minus half. From 2 by 4 to 3 by 4, this would be 2 times x minus 1 by 4 whole square. So once you get these functions, you can easily find the continuity and differentiability, and again this could be easily checked. So A and B were the correct answer to this. Question number 7, this was again a good question. All I had to do was, respect this, understand this, d2f by dx2 positive. That means this is concave upwards. Concave upwards. This is the only condition which is given to us. Concave upwards from minus 1 to 1. So it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, anything, but concave upwards from minus 1 to 1. Right. So number of points for which fx is equal to x. Now fx is equal to x would mean this line, y is equal to x. Now clearly there could be a function which can cut these at 2 points. There could be a function which could touch this at 1 point, right? So there is a function such that f is 0, x is number of points. So there could be a function which is clearly lying above. So definitely there is a function. For every function we have f of x less than or equal to 2. It can be 2, 0, 1. So this is correct. So maximum intersection can be 2 points. So this is definitely correct if it is concave upwards. Functions that are fx is equal to 2. So this is also correct. right? So there does not exist any function. This is clearly false. There would be a function which is tangent to this. So A, B and C were the correct answer to this, question number 7. Question number 8, this was easiest. This was oral, guys, oral. This was oral. Very simple question, right? Clearly fx, can you see, is an even function, because f of minus x is equal to f of x. F of minus x means this and this is negative, so f of minus x is f of x. So clearly function is symmetric about y-axis, first of all. Number 2, this is clearly positive, because e to the power anything is positive. This is on the right hand side. So on the right hand side, this function is positive, and f of 0 is 0. So at point 0, the value is 0, and this is positive. So right hand basically is the area under this curve. So if the curve is positive, the area is also going to be positive, right? Right. So area is also going to be positive, so it is going to increase, and even function is going to increase. So minimum value is going to be 0. So 0 was the right answer to this. This was clearly very oral question. Question number 9 is again a very simple question on differential equations, right? So what you could have done was you could have divided this by x square minus 5 whole square. So x square minus 5 into y dash, all right, minus 2xy upon x square minus 5 whole square is equal to minus 2x dx. Now this clearly is d of y upon x square minus 5, right? Because this is the question rule, x square minus 5 whole square, first function derivative minus derivative of x into y is equal to minus 2x dx. So integrate both sides. So y upon x square minus 5 is equal to minus x square plus c. And c could be easily found out using this condition. So maximum value comes out to be 16. You could solve this. So once you get c, you get the value of y in function of x. It is a biquadratic function with two quadratic factors, and this can be easily solved. The function maximum value is coming out to be 16. Now this was again a question based on permutation combination, right? So P is the conditional probability that element chosen at random is a multiple of 20. That means last two digits would be 20 and 40. These could be found using counting. Given that is a multiple of 5. Multiple of 5 means last digit is 5. Last digit is 5, right? So again you have to find these cases, you have to find these cases, and you could easily get the answer. So clearly I think these cases were coming out to be these cases were 31 and this is 38. So right, so 31 or 38, something like this, I don't exactly remember, right? So 38 into 31 upon 38 was the correct answer. Conditional probability formulas you have to apply. 31 was the correct answer to this. So I'm just moving quickly, guys, just giving you answers to these questions. This was again a very good question on complex numbers. This is involved 8th root of unity. So this is a circle, right? Imagine these 8 points to be 8th root of unity. So clearly one point is here, one point is here. There are other points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, right? So this would be A1, this would be A2, this would be A3, this would be A4, A5, A6, A7, A8. So clearly this is, and this is basically 2, right? So these are the points. So basically, can I say z to the power 8 is 2 to the power 8. So 8th roots of not unity but 2 actually, right? So z to the power 8 minus 2 to the power 8 is actually z minus, let's call this alpha 1 complex number, alpha 2, alpha 3 and so on. So z minus alpha 1 into z minus alpha 2 and so on up to z minus alpha 8, right? And clearly z is any one of the points on this circle. Z is any one of the points on this circle. Let's say z. The only thing I remember, I know of z is mod of z is 2. So basically what I need to do is you take mod on both the sides. Mod on both the sides. So clearly this is mod of z minus alpha 1, mod of z minus alpha 2 and so on up to mod of z minus alpha 8. So clearly mod of z minus alpha 1 would mean PA1 into PA2 and so on to P8. So this is what actually I have to find. I have to find the maximum value of this. So basically maximum value of z to the power 8 minus 2 to the power 8 is what we need to find, with the condition that mod of z is 2, and this can be easily found because this is less than equal to mod of z 8 plus mod of minus 2 ki power 8. So mod of z is 2 power 8 plus 2 power 8. So this is 2 to the power 9, which is 5, 1, 2. So answer to this question is 5, 1, 2. Right, and these kind of questions have previously come in JEE Advanced a lot of times. Right, so this was this could have been done very easily. Right, so 5, 1, 2 is the right answer. And next again is a question based on permutation combination. The number of invertible matrices in R is, so basically if you solve this, you get condition like AD is equal to BC or AD minus BC. So you have to ensure that this is not 0, invertible. So what you can do is total minus the cases when AD minus BC is equal to 0. So total would be clearly 8 to the power 8. Now AD minus BC is equal to 0 means AD is equal to BC. So let us count the number of cases, and A, B, C, D are prime numbers or 0. So case 1, when AD is equal to BC is equal to 0. AD is equal to BC is equal to 0. So AD is equal to 0. Let us count the number of cases. So AD is equal to 0 is one of them is 0. So these are 7 numbers. So 0 and these are 7 choices. Likewise 0 and 7 choices, and one case would be 0, 0. So total of 15 choices and 15 choices for BD. So 15 into 15. The second case would be when they are all different. Basically not all same, or we can say all same. That means A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to D. So again, if A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to D, 0 case has been already included. So these are 7 options. So 7 cases here. And third case, when A, D is equal to BC and A is not equal to D basically. So basically 7C2. So out of these 7 prime numbers, you can check any 2, right? So suppose you select 1, 3, 1, 11. Now B into C also has to be 33. So the only way this can be done is if B and C, one of them is 3, one of them is 11. So 7C2 into 2. 7C2 into 2, because you select 7 numbers out of these, arrange among A and D, and again do the same for B and D, right? So 7C2 into 2 into 2, right? So add these cases, these would be this. So this minus this would be the correct answer. The answer to this was 3780. 3780 was the correct answer to this. This was question number 12 for you. Question number 13, guys. Again, a very amazing question, and we could have done this in a very easy way. So there is a circle of radius 1. Circle of radius 1, center 0, 0. There is another circle of radius we don't know, but center is at 4, 1. Center is at 4, 1. Two distinct common tangents. So there are two distinct common tangents. So let us call this common tangent 1 and let us call this common tangent 2, which touches at these points. So again, we can say two distinct common PQ and ST. So P touches here, Q is here, S is here, T is here, T is here. This is center to center, center to center. Okay. The tangent ST touches C1 at S. What is S? The tangent ST touches C1 at S. Okay, okay. Midpoints of lines PQ and ST. So midpoint and midpoint. These are the ones. So basically this is nothing but radical axis. Radical axis is there. This is radical axis. Midpoints of the line segments PQ and ST are joined to form a line which meets x-axis at point B. Right. So this is x-axis also. So I think okay. So radical axis at, so let this point be alpha comma 0. X-axis at point B. This is point A. It is also given that AB is root 5. So again find the distance formula. So again alpha minus 4 whole square plus 1 is equal to 5. alpha minus 4 whole square is equal to 4. Alpha minus 4 is equal to plus minus 2. So alpha is 6 or 2. Alpha is 6 or 2. Now clearly this point lies in between. So alpha can't be 6. So this point is clearly 2 comma 0. This point is clearly 2 comma 0. And now I have to find r. So basically what I can do is I can equate the power of point. So this is 2 comma 0, this is 1 comma 0, this point would be 1 comma 0, this is 0 comma 0, this is actually x-axis only, right. So basically this distance is clearly 1 and this distance would be 3 here to here. So power of point would be this into this, that is 1 into 3. And here on this side the power of point, so this is alpha, so this, let's say this is r, and this is root 5. So this point is going to be root 5 minus r, this point is going to be root 5 plus r. So clearly this is root 5 minus r into root 5 plus r. This is 5 minus r square. So r square is 2. The value of r square comes out to be 2. I hope this is clear to everyone. Right, so question number 13 was easy. Now it comes question number 14. Now this question was on solutions of triangle, and this is one topic which students know, a lot of students did not do that because this was not clearly mentioned. But again, we kept on saying to our students that you have to do these 4 things in solutions of triangle, and this is important for next year students also. Those who are attempting in 24 and 25, you have to do these 4 points: small r, capital R, sine rule, cosine rule. Right, so this was a beautiful question on that, and so 64a square, and this answer came out to be 1008. Again, you have to apply simple sine rule here and work on ratios. That is it. And the second part, small r, the value came out to be 1 by 4 or 0.25, 0.25. So 14 and 15 were this, and this was again one of the easiest questions, guys. So all you had to do was adjacent points. How many adjacent points are there? So the first question was this. So basically x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0. I friends. So 0 friends, there are no points which are 0 point friends. So this is 0. Probability is 0. This is probability. Exactly 1 friend is also 0. Exactly 2 friends. So basically these 4 points have exactly 2 friends, right? So basically 2 upon how many points? Total of 49 points. 49. X is equal to 3. How many points are exactly 3 friends? So basically 3 friends were all these T points: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 here and 5 here. So 20 upon 49. And rest all the other points. X is equal to 2. This is 4 by 49. 4 corner points. And rest all the other points, that is 25 points, have 4 friends exactly. So all you had to do was xi pi and sigma xi pi you had to find. So sigma xi pi came out to be 7 into ex came out to be 24. 24 was the right answer. And for the last question, guys, 7p. 7p means let p be the probability that they are friends. So how many friends? 2 points. So basically you choose 49C2. How many friends are there? So basically this 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 friends, 7 rows, and likewise columns. Right. So this was P, and 7p you had to find. 7p came out to be 0.5. 1 by 2 was the correct answer to this. Right. So this was it, guys. I hope you've understood this, and this was, I would say, not as difficult. The maths was not very difficult as compared to last year, and a lot of people were actually dreading that the difficulty level of mathematics would be same as that of last year, but again it was not so, and this gives a lot of hope. And 2022 paper, just keep it aside. Don't have bad memories with that paper. This is very important for 24 and 25 aspirants. This was 22 was one of the toughest paper of the decade, last decade, as far as mathematics is concerned, and you could also see that in terms of cutoff. This cutoff for this paper is going to be higher as compared to last year. This is for sure. a lot of students, because they were very easy questions, a lot of students could easily identify some easy questions and do those, right? So that is it, guys. That is it. I hope this is clear to all, and we'll just see if Pratik sir is ready for the physics solution. I'll have to call and see and check if Pratik sir is ready for the physics. Hello. Alright guys, so we have Pratik sir with us. Pratik sir, welcome.
Hi sir, thank you so much.
One second, sir.
So,
Yes.
where is the cursor?
Okay. Just get this here. PPT?
Yes, yes. No, Google Slides only. Google Slides.
Oh, Google Slides only. Okay. So here we have Pratik sir, guys. So sir, how was the paper as compared to last year and overall?
Yeah, last year, as compared to last year, I think paper was quite easy. The last year, paper was much difficult than this year, and this year and only few questions, you can say one or two questions in both paper 1 and paper 2 are on the higher side, are on the difficult side. But overall, the paper is easy, and it's expected that cutoff is going to be slightly higher than the last year.
Yes,
What about maths, sir?
Same. So last year, I think 22 was one of the toughest papers of last decade, I would say.
Oh, really?
Mathematics, yes.
Okay.
And of course, this would give some confidence to a lot of students who are
Yes, yes.
aspiring for 24 and 25, right? So we have a lot of easy questions which you can easily identify and do them. And I'm sure it is the same for physics also.
Correct.
Yes. All right, guys. So I'll leave it to Pratik sir. So please continue.
Yeah, so where is the pen? This is the. Hold on. So guys, see, it's quite late now. So what I'll do, I'm gonna just give you the answers today, and I'm going to present a detailed solution in a day or two. So I'll present a two detailed solution, a total in depth of every step which has gone into each of the questions in physics, but not today. Today I think it will take too much of time, and it's already been quite a long day for you guys. So today I have just brought the answers which I have found out, and I'll tell you the basic. I'll also tell you which question was easy, which question was good, but I'll not go into the solutions today, right? So I'll bring the solutions very soon with in-depth steps, right? So let's quickly move forward. So this was question number 1, guys. This question was based on the kinematics and slight use of momentum principle. So the question was overall easy. I think most of the students would have done this question in India with slight amount of calculations. Not a very difficult question. You had to check the options. It was multiple correct questions, as you can see. So the answer for this question is ACD. The answer for this question is ACD. Not a very difficult question. U0 was the velocity of the ball which it acquires when it reaches at this position. So just a simple energy conservation is going to give you the value of the U0, and then the ball is going to preserve its x component along the x-axis, and y component is going to reverse. So we can say that the overall question was not very difficult. The answer you can note down is ACD. Right, this question was very good, guys. This question was from the topic of prism plus Brewster's law, the one of the very beautiful questions in this year's paper. That compared to last year, some topics were added in this year's JEE Advanced, like electromagnetic waves, Brewster's, diffraction, and all those things. So this question was a combination of Brewster's law and the concept of prism. So I can tell you that this question was very good question. So when I will bring you the detailed solution, you will get to know that this was one of the better questions in this year's paper. So answer for this question is ACD. As you can see, you can note down the answers and you can evaluate your marks for this. Let's move on to the next question, guys. So this was again a relatively simple question from RC circuits. The question was not very difficult. Again, I can tell you that most of the students would have done this question in India, those who are going to qualify this year's JEE Advanced. So most of the students in India would have done this question. So if you want to know, the answer for this question was A, B, C, D. That means all of the questions, all the options were correct for this particular question, right? So let's move to the next question. So this question was again from the topic of rotational motion. Very simple question. Most of the students who prepare JEE Advanced would have done this question at some point in their preparation, because it's a very regular question, simply based on angular momentum conservation and coefficient of restitution. So very simple question. Again, as I said, most of the students would have done this question without much hassles and would have comfortably found out option A. Only option A was correct in this question. So again, a very simple question. You had to find the equivalent capacitance in this. A very straightforward question. If you remember, I had before the JEE Advanced, just before JEE Advanced, I had told you some shortcut methods to find the equivalent capacitance. So if you would have remembered that formula, K1A1 plus K2A2 divided by total area, that can give you the K equivalent, and then you can use K A epsilon naught by D. So you could have also used that result to find this find the equivalent capacitance. But overall the question was very straightforward. I think again most of the students would have done this without much hassles, right? So if you talk about this question, sorry, again a very straightforward question. You cannot expect an easier question than this, guys. You should really thank JEE Advanced that they have given this question. They're saying to the students that, guys, come on, get some marks, like that. So easy that almost I can tell you that anybody who has even prepared for the mains level think that he would have also done this question, because it's a very straightforward question. The answer for this question is option A, and it's a single choice question, of course. Again, the question from gravitation, again I cannot tell you that how easy this question is. A very straightforward question, a very easy question. You can see that almost all the questions barring question number 2 are easy and not very difficult. So most of the students in India would have been very happy seeing this question. They would have simply jumped and would have grabbed easy marks, easy 3 marks. So let's move on to the integer type question. Again, a question from modern physics. I can tell you that almost everybody who has prepared for JEE Advanced, would have definitely solved this question, and would have found the answer for this. It's a straightforward question of Bohr's model plus photoelectric effect, and nobody in India would not know how to solve this question. So if you have not done any calculation or silly error, you are you're sure to solve this question without much hassles. So the answer for this is 3. You can note down the answer, guys, and you can match if you've got this as correct. This was again a good question, guys. Again, this would have baffled most of the students, and let me tell you that there are multiple cases which would come into this question. There can be multiple values. I will tell you the detailed solution later on, but the multiple answers can be possible for this according to me. So as per me, the answer can be 80, 150 or 220. So there are three possible values as per me. Any of them can give you the correct answer. So you can note down the answer. I don't know which one IIT is going to take. I think IIT should consider all these three, or any student who has marked any of the answer, rather like if you have marked 80, if you have marked 150, or if you have marked 220, any of the answer can be correct. I will tell the logic behind that later on, but as I tell you that this was one of the better questions. Most of the students would have found difficulty in solving this question, and few students, very few students could have or would have solved this question. Okay, so you can note down the answer for this. Let's move to the next question. So again, basically this is a question from errors, not a very difficult question, a very straightforward question again. So again, this was an easy question, and it's a simple like differentiation type question in which you differentiate the the Lenz formula and find the errors. So not a very difficult question. Again, most of the students would have done this comfortably. So answer is 1. You can note this down. Okay, again the question from thermodynamics. It's a question based on the CV of the mixture. So when I have been teaching this formula CV of the mixture since so many years, and I always tell the students to remember this formula. Always I make them remember this formula, and this year they have asked this question on the CV mixture formula. The same formula was used, I think, in 2015 or 16, somewhere around that year as well. So do remember that, guys. CV of the mixture is a very important result. You should remember that. So again, a very straightforward question for those who knew the result. Even if you did not know the CV of the mixture, you could have done this question fundamentally without much hassles. Not a very difficult question. You can note down the answer 121. We can move ahead. Again, this question I can tell you is from the class 10th. Even if you have not studied physics, even if you have not studied anything in class 11, 12th, but you have simple aptitude, you know how the shadow is formed, and you know the concept of similarity of triangles, you can solve this question without much hassles. A very straightforward question, guys, not a very difficult question. Again, a class 10th student can also solve this question without much knowledge of physics. As I tell you, just that he needs to know the similarity and the shadow formation. That's it. So question, you can note down the answer for this question is coming out to be 40. A very straightforward question. Again, this question is from the topic of mechanics. Very easy question, not a very difficult question, based on torsional pendulum. So not a very difficult question. You can most of the students would have done this. Answer for this question comes out to be 10. So again, let's see matrix based question, again from the topic of radioactivity, I mean nuclear reactions. So easy question from modern physics. If you remember, I have been saying that modern physics is one of the easy topics, and if you just before the JEE Advanced also I took a session, and I told you that, guys, if you want to clear the cutoff in physics, just focus on modern physics, thermodynamics, and these topics will help you to clear the cutoff. So again, you can see that's a very easy question from modern physics in the matrix match. So most of the students would have done this question comfortably without much hassles. Like you cannot expect an easier question like with respect to this. It was a very straightforward question. So option A is the correct answer for this question. Again, this question you can see is from the topic of Wien's constant. Wien's constant is like Wien's law, which is very easy. Lambda m into t is equals to constant. So most of the students would have done this question without much hassles. I can tell you that very comfortably, not giving much not facing much of the problems. They would have simply done this. Option C is the correct answer for this question. Okay, this again question is from the topic of LCR circuit, and LCR AC circuit question. Straightforward question, not much difficult question. Again, most of the students would have done this comfortably. And again, this question is from the topic of resistance, basically magnetic field. So again, this question would have been easy for most of the students, you can see. So answer for this question is option D. So this was paper number 1, guys. Let's move to paper number 2. The question is from the topic of electric dipole. Very easy, straightforward question again. There's a dipole which has been rotated slightly, and you have to find the. So what they are saying is that initially the dipole is oriented along the y-axis, and the dipole moment the potential due to the dipole has been given at point P. Now you rotate the dipole slightly and they have asked the potential again at point P. Very easy straightforward question. You can just take the components of the dipole and you can write the potential of the dipole using the formula Kp cos theta by r square, and you will find out the answer comes out to be V naught by 2. Very easy straightforward question. It might take some amount of time to calculate because the angles here are not very straightforward. This angle is 45 degree, this angle is 45 degree, but this angle is not a standard angle. I think it comes out to be somewhat like tan inverse half or tan inverse 2, something like that. But the idea is that the question was not very difficult, let me tell you. Okay, so next, this is a question from dimensions again. I think everybody in India who has written JEE Advanced would know how to solve this question. Like everyone in India who has qualified JEE Mains and who was eligible to write JEE Advanced would definitely know how to solve this question. The only thing is that you should not commit a silly error. So if you have not committed a silly error, you have done this question patiently, I am sure that you would have solved this question without much hassles. Option A was correct for this question, just a very straightforward question. So again, you can see very easy question. So this question again very easy. Velocity was given, so you had to differentiate velocity to find the acceleration. Once you find the acceleration, multiply that by mass, you will get the force. So again, it's like IT is saying that come on guys, take some marks, don't get 0, okay, just don't get negative marks, just like that. So easy question. So you can see guys, barring two, like I think in paper 1 there were 2 questions. One was optics and one was I think question number 2, which was of prism, that was again from optics. So those 2 optics questions were actually very difficult, but barring those 2 questions, all full paper was very easy, straightforward, nothing much to think about. You just do it, formula based, right? In similarly in paper 2 right now, we have seen that all the questions till now has been very easy. Okay, so sorry, so let's move. So if you see this question is again based on thermodynamics, a straightforward result, gamma is equals to 1 plus 2 by f. That was result, that is the relation between the ratio of specific heats gamma, that is adiabatic constant, adiabatic exponent, and the degree of freedom. So gamma is equals to 1 plus 2 by f. That was the result. If you knew, you would solve this question straightforward without much hassles. Okay, so you can note down the answer. Answer was C for this question. Okay, again a formula based. I really do not know what IT wanted to check here. Right, were they I think they wanted just to know that if the students can read and if they have just memorized the formula gamma equals to 1 plus 2 by f. That's it. Nothing else was required, because everybody knew that the velocity of the sound was equals to under root of gamma RT by m. So once you know these 2 things, you can simply find the answer, which is option C. Again, this was one of the better questions, guys. Again, most of the places you will find that option C they are saying, but in my opinion the correct answer for this will be option B and D. It was one of the better questions, guys, because I'll tell you the logic in short, but when I will tell you the detailed solution, you will get to know why am I saying option B and D. When the light will cross this part, so you can see the value of N1 is less, but value of N2 is more. So you can see the speed of the light will be less here, speed of the light will be less here, but speed of the light will be more here. So we can say that because N1 is less, so you know that in a medium the speed of the light becomes C by mu. So you can say that speed of the light at this point will be higher and speed of the light at this point will be lower. So light will cross this point at a faster pace and light will cross this point at a slower pace. So you can see that wavefront. Now what is wavefront? Wavefront are the points which are in the same phase. So suppose 2 points which were in the same phase. Okay, so by the time they cross this slab, this point would have come slightly ahead and this point would have taken more time, so it would remain over here. So you can see wavefront has become tilted. So you know light always propagates perpendicular to the wavefront, so light will move in this sort of direction, so it will get deflected. And value of deflection comes out to be option B, which is tan inverse N2 minus N1 into D by H. And as you can see, deflection just depends upon N2 minus N1, not the individual values. So I can tell you that option B and D should be correct according to me. I am sincerely hoping that IT will give B and D both correct. Let us talk about this question. Again, this was one of the better questions, but the good part is that we always teach these type of concepts in our JEE classes. So don't worry guys, I will teach you all these concepts when we will do the topic of rotation. So this was based upon the crux of the concept was that there is a special point. Suppose this is a round shaped body. Okay, suppose this is a round shaped body. So there is a special point above the center on the of the round shaped body at which if you apply a force or if you give an impulse, then it will start pure rolling without any requirement of friction. That means what I am trying to tell you is that if suppose you have a disc or a sphere or any round shaped body, and if you hit or if you apply a force at a special point above the center, so that point at that point if you apply the force or if you give an impulse, then what happens is that body will pure roll without the requirement of the friction. That means it will pure roll even in the absence of the friction. So this question was based on that concept. So correct answer for this will be ABCD. Okay, you can note this down and I will tell you in detail how we get ABCD later on, as I told you. So let's move on to the next question. If you see this was basically a question from electromagnetic wave. This topic was included in this year's JEE problem, this year's JEE syllabus, because this was not present in last year's JEE Advanced syllabus. Electromagnetic wave, we know that the electromagnetic wave propagates in the direction of E cross B, and E by B is the velocity of the light in the medium. So this question was based upon these two concepts. Barring these two things, if you knew these two things, then most of the students would have done this question without much hassles. The correct answer for these two, for this question, will be A and D. Okay, let's move ahead. Again, a very straightforward question, from the topic of rotational motion. There is a coin. You know how to if you have seen IPL, I guess, so you know how do we flip a coin. You just apply some impulse from the bottom and it starts flipping and it comes back. So basically the question was from the topic of rotational motion. So there was an impulse which was given at this point and it goes up and comes down. So you had to calculate how much rotation it would acquire. So very easy question. You just had to write the impulse equation and the angular impulse equation about the center. So that would have given the correct answer. Very straightforward. Again, most of the students would have done this without much hassles. So answer for this question is 30, guys. You can note down the answer. Answer for this question is 30. Okay. So this question again, question from magnetism, not a very difficult question. You had the current is 10 amperes in this, and because of this current, there will be a motional EMF that will be developed in this loop. This loop is being taken with velocity v. So because of this 10 ampere current, there will be a motional EMF that will be developed in this loop, and because of that motional EMF, the current will also flow in this loop. The value of the current was given 10 microamperes, and using this data you have to find the value of V. Again, a straightforward question, not very difficult. Just if you did this patiently, so you would have done, many students would have done this. There were slight amount of calculations involved because the data was too much. So some students might have done the calculation error in this because they would have tried to do this question very fast, but barring that, the question was easy. Okay. So answer for this question is 4. You can note down the answer. Answer for this question is 4. Don't worry, guys. I'll bring the detailed solution very soon. So do not just worry about this. Just keep on noting the answer. I'm just telling you the answer so that you can match. Like how if you have got this correct or wrong. Again, a question from the topic of waves. Very simple question. You just had to know the formula of string fixed at both the ends, because this will be a string fixed at both the ends, that can be deduced. So the difference of these two frequencies would come out to be fundamental frequency, and fundamental frequency is 1 by 2L under root of T by mu. So from here you can find out the value of the tension. So it comes out to be 5. You can note down the answer. Let's move ahead. Again, the question from the combination of you can say air pressure and fluids. Although the concept of thermodynamics was very less, mostly it was a question of fluids plus surface tension. So basically, again, not a very difficult question. The pressure at this point you can calculate using the concept of thermodynamics, and then you can write the pressure equation at these 2 points, like P plus H, P minus H rho G plus 2T by R equals to P. That is what you can write. Pressure at this point can be calculated using thermodynamics. So that is what you had to do in this question. Not a very difficult question. Again, as I told you, many students would have done this quite comfortably. Okay. So Let's move to the next question. Answer for this question is 25, guys. Answer for this question is comes out to be 25. You can note down the answer. 25 is the answer for this question. Again, radioactive question. Again, you cannot expect an easier question with than this. It's again, the question is of category that IT is saying, come on guys, have some marks, you know, don't get 0, don't get negative, have some marks. So it's that sort of question, like super easy, super easy, and students would have been simply thrilled. Even those students who have got very weak physics, they would have done this question without much problems because it's a very easy question. So answer for this question comes out to be 16. Nothing much to tell here. I'm sure those who have written JEE Advanced yesterday, they knew that this question was very easy, and all of you would have done this question without much of a problem. Okay, question from thermodynamics. Again, you had to compare the work done in the 2 cycles. Not a very difficult question. Simply you can find the area, or also you can write the total heat in both the cycles and take the ratio. Not a very difficult question. Again, most of the students would have done this comfortably, barring some calculation errors or some, you know, if you're not nervous, if you're doing it properly, if you have enough time, you will be able to do this question without much of a problem, right? So answer for this question comes out to be 2. You can note down the answer. Answer for this question comes out to be 2. Let's move to the paragraph based questions. So there were 2 paragraphs. This was based on the concept of Doppler's effect and beat frequency. So again, very easy question, not a very difficult one. Again, there were 2 sound sources which were moving. In the first case, only one of the sound source is moving, S2 is only moving, and the second question attached to this paragraph, both the sound sources starts moving. So you had to find the basically in this question you have to find the I think question is written over here, when only S2 is emitting, the frequency of the sound. Yes, the frequency of the sound detected by P. So using a simple formula of Doppler's effect, you can find the frequency. Not a very difficult one. Answer for this question comes out to be 648. You can note this down. Okay, not a very difficult question. 648 will be the answer for this question. And in this case, S1, S2 both starts moving, and you have to find the beat frequency, which comes out to be 8.2 hertz. So beat frequency comes out to be 8.2. You can note down the answer, and you can check if you have gotten this right. Okay, so till here the questions were easy. This question is paragraph 2. So in my opinion, this question is slightly ambiguous. There were some assumptions which we have to take. In my opinion, this might go bonus, you never know. But if you have to find the answer, then we are getting 15.7. 15.7 is the value which we are getting. But in my that this 15.7 comes after taking a lot of assumptions. So I can tell you that there might be some problem in this answer, because there are a lot of assumptions that I had to take in getting this answer. So I don't know what IT is going to give the answer for this. It might go bonus, or it might give a different answer, because this answer comes with certain assumptions. So I'll discuss those assumptions with you once I discuss the solution. But let's see what IT gives the answer for this question. Okay, then the next question, the last question, again the answer for this comes out to be 90 basis those assumptions itself. So this paragraph, the last 2 questions were slightly ambiguous in nature. As I told you, there were some assumptions that we had to take. So if you change the assumptions, then answers might be different. Let us see what IT gives. In my opinion, it should go to bonus, but let's see what happens. But here we are saying that answer should be 90 for the last question. So guys, I hope you have noted down all the answers. Okay, overall the paper was not very difficult as compared to last year. The paper was easy. I can tell you that somebody who has prepared quite well, somebody who's going to qualify JEE Advanced this year for sure, would definitely get more than 80 in this paper, or at least more than 70, 75 for sure. Okay, and you can say that anything close to 100 is very good. If you are getting anything close to 100, and it's an excellent marks, but anything above 80 is also very good. Okay, something around like something more than 70 or 75 would be a like 75-80 would be a very good total in this paper according to me. I hope guys you would have enjoyed this analysis. So that's all from my side. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.